Hey, lovely Sagittarius, and welcome to Cottage of Cups. I am Sally, and I'm going to be your tarot reader for today. So, just a little side note, guys, this is my very first YouTube channel. It's also my very first series of videos that I'm putting out. So, if the lighting isn't perfect, if the audio isn't that great, if I'm not 100%, please bear with me. I am learning and growing as I go and embracing the process. That's what I keep saying. It's really refreshing to be a student again. So, what you can expect from Cottage of Cups moving forward are monthly tarot scopes where we check in with the energetics of the particular month. So, today we are working with July. We are going to kickstart with a few oracle cards just to see what the angels have to say. And then, for a little more depth and clarity, we will pull from my tarot deck. So, let us begin, lovely Sagittarius. Angels, do you have any messages for Sagittarius for the month of July? Any messages? Okay, first and foremost, intention. Perhaps this is a month for not only setting intentions, what it is you want for perhaps the next half of the year, but to be very intentional this month, very present, moment to moment. It's a beautiful message. Any other messages? Control. This could be twofold. This could be relinquishing control, allowing space and grace for the flow of life. It could also mean having a little bit more of a grip on your life, a little bit more, I don't want to use the word discipline, but again, together with that intention card, it's moving through life with a little more intention, if that makes sense. Let's see if there's any other messages. Angels, any other oracle cards that want to come through? Any other? Surrender. Okay, well, with the control card, we are going to relinquish control. We are going to surrender and move through life holding our intention, getting really clear on what it is we want, but not gripping too tightly. We're going to let go and let God. That is the message that's coming through. Anything else? Okay, and we have nourishment. Are you nourishing yourself this month? This could be in terms of food, nourishing experiences, feeling well nourished by ourselves, by others. And then you have hunger at the bottom of the deck. So are you, two messages. Are you feeling nourished in what you consume? In terms of food, nutrients? Are you feeling satiated? But are you feeling satiated by life? That's what's also coming through. Are you hungry for more? Are you feeling malnourished by life? Or are you feeling deeply, deeply nourished? Where are the areas in your life that require nutrients, vitality, satiation? As I say, it could be in terms of food, your bodily needs, but it could also be metaphoric in terms of life, career, passion, creativity, relationships. Are you feeling nourished in your relationships? Are you feeling satiated in your friendships? Is it enough? Okay, and then the overall theme for the month. Why is this here, angels? Okay, we have the Two of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so the Two of Wands, which again, it speaks to that intention card, getting really clear on the vision, where it is you want to go, what it is you want to do, who do you want to become. To get really intentional on the bigger picture. And then you have the Knight of Swords, which is all about going for it with all your might, going for it with a lot of gusto. It could, because it's with the Two of Wands, it could also speak to just slow down a little bit. Don't rush. Don't be hasty. Plan first. Get intentional first before you take the action. Because the Two of Wands, his back is to the Knight. So it's like planning needs to be done first and foremost. Before you move on to the next big thing, the next best thing, to be very intentional about what it is you want, where it is you're wanting to go. Don't be hasty, don't rush. And once you get that clarity, that is when you can pursue it with all you've got. Okay, beautiful angels, what is Sagittarius's energy for the month? Okay, this is peeping through. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups reversed. Let's see, why is this here? Before I go on a tangent, I mean, this speaks about being deeply, deeply in your feels, connected to your heart space. But because it's in the reverse position, perhaps you're feeling a little bit disconnected from your heart. And that's why Spirit is saying you need to get intentional. Reconnect. Yeah, you're not connected to yourself. You've got the High Priestess reversed. You're feeling a little bit disconnected from your intuition. You're feeling a little bit disconnected from perhaps your spirit guides, from your heart, not quite being able to access the wisdom from higher realms and higher perspectives. And so that's what Spirit is saying. You need to regroup, surrender to the flow of life, and get very intentional about what your next steps are going to be. But you have to reconnect with self first. I just want to see, Spirit, why is there this disconnection here? What's going on? Because Sagittarius is having to get intentional about something and plan something, but there's a disconnect. Ace of Swords reversed. Ace of Wands, sorry. Lack of passion, lack of spark, lack of life force energy. Tell me more, angels. Okay, yeah, you're stressed about something. There's a lot of anxiety. Your mind just won't switch off, and that's contributing to this disconnect to your heart. Your mind is on overdrive right now, and it's draining you of your life force energy. It's draining you of your passion, your spark, and you're feeling very disconnected from your heart. And so Spirit is saying, instead of having all the tabs open, all this mental chatter that is causing you a lot of stress and anxiety, even nightmares, you're not sleeping, and you're not nourished. Instead of that, get real intentional. Be very present. Intention has a lot to do with presence. Presence with your body, your relationships, the here and the now. Before you embark on the thing, right? Two of Wands is the prelude to embarking on a new journey, expanding. But you can't do that until you reconnect with yourself. Okay, angels, please can you tell me what is the challenge for the month of July? Okay, why is this here? All right, so we have the Star card reversed, and then we have the Moon. So the challenge is going to be basically, so the Star card represents wish fulfillment, right? So right now you're not feeling fulfilled. It's in the reversed position. You're not feeling fulfilled. And again, you're not feeling nourished, satiated, or replenished. Your cup feels empty. But there's a lot of shadowy emotions that are living below the subterranean that need looking at. They need illumination. And it's going to be a little bit of a bitter pill to swallow. These deeper, darker emotions, the shadow side, if you will, are going to be a little bit difficult to look at. And that's what's keeping you up at night. That's what's draining you of your life force energy. It's this undealt with, unseen, shadowy anxiety, emotions. It's the unseen. And so once you tend to these unseen emotions, once you provide a lot of illumination, you shed a lot of light on the deeper, darker parts, I think that is when the star eventually gets to shine and your wish will be fulfilled. But let's see what the advice has to say. I actually want a little bit more clarity around this. Hold on. Angels, can you give me a little more clarity on this challenge? What is sitting below the subterranean? What are these shadowy emotions? What's going on here? Okay, Knight of Wands. Something to do with your passion, something you're wanting to pursue. There's a lot of fear, anxiety, perhaps a blockage. Not able to pursue the thing for whatever reason. Why is this here, angels? Okay, Nine of Wands. The wounded warrior, feeling exhausted, depleted, bogged down, knocked down. So something in terms of your passion, could be your career, could be anything that makes you feel alive. That's what's coming through. You're feeling very knocked down right now. You've been through it. This could be a boss. This could be your work colleagues, people in your life just feeling very bogged down, or potential situation that you had no control over. It's bringing a lot of these deeper, darker emotions to the surface, and it's created this sense of, I am not fulfilled. It's like your fire has been extinguished. That's what's coming through. Okay. Angels, please can you tell us what is the advice for July? Okay, why is this here? Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, a lack mentality. And then you have the card of grief, heartbreak, a deep, deep hurt. The advice is to tend, let me find the words, where you feel like you've been a victim, you've been abandoned, you've been left out in the cold, you've been put in a position that is out of your control. You've been hurt, you've been hard done by. Spirit is asking you to heal that wound, because you have the Star card in the challenge, which can also represent healing, but it's in the reverse position. There is a lack of healing. This needs to be looked at. And all these deeper emotions surrounding the situation that has made you feel like you are in a position where you are scarce, hurt, you've lost something. There's a lot of loss here. You need to look at that. That needs healing. That needs balm. How do we heal this, angels? Okay, King of Cups. Cultivating emotional balance, but really looking at your emotions. And because you have the Queen of Cups in this reading, it's definitely asking you to reconnect with your heart space. Get really honest about what it is you're feeling. Emotions come and go. Situations happen. They are out of our control. They can be very life-altering. And it's okay to feel the way that you feel. But to kind of get a little bit of a grasp on your emotions, to feel a little bit balanced during this time is very important. And part of that process is to look at the deeper, darker emotions that need illumination, that are sitting untapped, unseen. That's causing a little bit of choppy waters. That's what's also going to prolong this, whatever you're going through right now. It's going to prolong it until you look at the things that you're not wanting to look at. Any other advice here, angels? Any other advice for Sagittarius? Okay, Queen of Swords. And so once you have tended to your internal world, your emotions, your feelings, your heart space, and you feel a little bit more balanced, you are going to be in a place where you need to communicate your needs, enforce some boundaries, be very clear on what it is you're wanting, needing, and also where you're going. Again, it's to speak and communicate with a lot of intention. Here's that intention card again. To be very concise. Once you've done all this internal work, once you've got your life force energy back, your emotions are balanced, you've healed some wounds that have been a little bit raw and tender, then you're going to have the confidence and the power and the clarity to speak your needs. Speak concisely with intention. And then, of course, you have the Knight of Swords to pursue it, to have the capacity, the bandwidth to pursue it. That is what I have for you, lovely Sagittarius. Thank you so much for being with me today. Please let me know if this resonated. Your feedback is always welcome with open arms. If you can, just pop a comment below. I would be so grateful. And again, thank you for being here. And until next time,